welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. I haven't made a video in a while as far as like a guitar lesson, so I figured this one, probably one of my favorite albums from the early 80s, thrash-wise that is. These guys don't get talked about a lot. I'm not going to use the term underrated just because that's just thrown around so much. They're just not talked about as much as everyone else. So if you want to cut the chit chat, I'll put a marker here in the description or in the first comment where the lesson actually starts. Basically for this one, we're in E flat tuning on this. There's a couple little nuances. Basically, I mean, the chords themselves are pretty easy. It's really all bar chords. The only tricky part, right, obviously, is going to be the palm muting. Right, doing that's going to be a little bit, if you've never palm muted before or if you're not fast at it, this one might be a little tricky. But again, all the shapes that we're going to be using are going to be simply either bar chords using your first and third finger right here, and your first, third, and pinky. That's pretty much the chord shapes that we're going to be using. This is just going to be the rhythm parts, you know, the beginning, that little intro, the harmonics, and the chorus as well, but no solos or lead parts. I'll probably do that save that maybe for another video. But so let's kind of zoom in here on the guitar and get started. Okay, like I said, we are in E flat tuning here for this one. If you want to play along with the album, at least the one on iTunes that I play along with, it's tuned perfectly. There's no crazy tuning or anything going on, so it should match. So basically where we're starting at is we're starting at the 4th fret, doing a bar chord basically on the 4th fret and then the 6th fret on the D string. So we have this. So you hit that 3 times. And then it switches right over to this bar chord here, which is going to be on the 5th fret of the D string, 7th fret of the G, and 8th fret of the B. So you get that really cool. Right, so that's that part. Now, when you do that, I believe 3 times, and on the last one, you go. So you're just sliding down from the one you were at. So instead of, you just slide this bar chord down 1/2 step or 1 fret, and then go back to the original chord you started with. So it sounds like this. And then the whole thing repeats again. Now on the second go round in the beginning, on the second run of this, there's a little harmonic, there's some harmonics in there. So that's just the 5th fret of the B, 5th fret of the G, and 7th fret of the D. So it should sound like this. Go into the actual verse, there's that one part which I believe only happens once in the song, maybe twice, but in the beginning it's just once. You do the I'll just play it for you. Go. So basically all you're doing there is just that regular bar chord that you were playing. Now I sometimes play bar chords with my pinky, doing it this way. It's just habit. You don't have to do it. It sounds just fine. I just out of habit. But basically what you're just going to do, so right now you're making this bar chord on the 4th fret of the A and the 6th fret of the D. You're just going to take your first finger off, get it open, and then put it back on. And you let it ring out. If you listen to the album when he goes, it just rings out into when the verse starts. Now the verse, on the first go round, you do not play this. You just kind of go right into the riff. He slides into it, he goes. So basically what we're doing here is, as far as sliding in, it could be from anywhere. You're basically sliding in, you're going back to the same riff, same bar chord you started with, but instead of playing it, you just go right into palm muting. So again, you slide into it. So that's again the 4th fret of the A string and the 6th fret of the D string. You just slide right into a palm mute. And to play that verse riff, it just goes, slide up, go down a half step, another half step, and then up, back to the original position. So slowly it looks like this. So that's how that part is played. And then kind of the bridge or pre-chorus or whatever you want to call it is basically back to the original thing that you did in the beginning. Right, so that's basically the whole verse and pre-chorus or bridge, or again, I'm not a music theory guy, so I don't really know what it is, but that's how you play it. Now, the actual chorus, when he goes, metal church, only church, right, that is just, again, bar chords, you're sliding up. So you're going to slide up from the 4th fret. So this chord that you've been playing, you're going to slide up, so you put your fingers on the 4th fret of the A, 6th fret of the D, and you slide up 4 to 7, it goes, let me just play it. So, like that. That's basically how you do it. So what we're doing is we're sliding up from the 4th fret to the 7th, back to the 4th, down to the 2nd, slide up to the 4th again, and then start over, 4 to 7. Now some tabs that I've seen say when he goes 7 to this A5 chord, which obviously you can absolutely do. It's just, I don't know, it's a lot harder. Than doing it that way. Either way is fine. Obviously they're both the same chord, but I just find it easier just to go up to the power chord. But you could slide down and do it there if you're fast enough. So that is the whole song. Now the palm muting part, that's the only part that's probably going to be tricky in this song if you haven't done that before. So I don't know how many counts it is. I mean, you'll have to listen to the record to see it, but I'll do it slow. So the verse. So you can count that out and see how many it is. So that's it. That's the whole song as far as rhythm and lead parts, rhythm parts in most of the song. So again, like I said, I might do the lead parts in another video, but hope that helps some people. Again, it's a really cool song, and it will definitely help you master your palm muting skills if you can get that whole thing down. Thanks for watching. Take care.